Oi, what a mess. One of the things we got to do on this Explorer is we got to pull off the torque converter because we are putting a new one in, and in order to reinstall it you do have to have the torque converter out and push it back on the transmission, reseat it, yada yada yada. So we're going to pull the torque converter out. I'm going to get under here, and since there's nothing there's no transmission or anything, I can get under there with my tripod, and I can show you the removal of the torque converter. The other thing is we are going to be replacing the flex plate. Why are we replacing the flex plate? I'll tell you why. Over yonder we have a red 94 Ford Explorer with the same engine, 4.0, a 4LD transmission. Still very similar, uses the same torque converter and flex plate. This one has a particular issue where the starter goes to engage, but the flywheel is worn just enough to where it can't catch anymore. This means the flex plate has to be removed and replaced. So that means you have to pull out the transmission, not take it out from underneath the vehicle, just pull it back, remove your torque converter and replace your flex plate and whatever else behind it. Well, since I already have my transmission out, we're going to go ahead and do that. Flex plate's only $50, so I figured $50 versus 6 hours of fucking work. Okay, I got you up inside where the transmission normally is. This is where that shit goes. So here's the torque converter. Okay, so I want to get some of these wires kind of moved aside. Hey, now I can get at those bolts right here. I can just fucking rank. Maybe I can get in here with my big impact and just rip off those bolts so I can get this white pipe out of here. It appears that maybe my input shaft's been ramming itself into the front of that converter. Oh wow, right on the first try. So you want to use it's a half socket. Fucking wires are dangling right in my goddamn face. If you have to replace an oil pump or maybe do an oil pan gasket and you happen to have your four-wheel drive out like I do, this is a great time to do it. Row. I'm just pushing up on this so that when I take this nut out, it doesn't fall. Okay. Last nut is out, and then when you pull it down, pull it towards you this way so that it doesn't dump fluid all over the place. There you go, your torque converter's out. We got our flex plate, we got quite the depth there, so a new one shouldn't be a problem. Now remember tubes, the way we have this motor positioned right now, these holes right here face this way, down towards the starter. Let's see what size socket we need. Hopefully I got it right here. Let's see if these come off with ease. If not, I'll have to get my big gun. Nope, they're on there. They're torqued. They're torqued. Alrighty. Takes care of that shit. I'll use some thread locker on these. Oh, I missed one. No, I didn't. Just come freely. I missed one in all my excitement. Yep. You got a freeze plug right here. That's rusted. Drain your coolant. Bust that bitch out. And pop in a new one. Okay, so get in here. I should be able to pop our flex plate adapter out. Our seal looks pretty good. It's real nice and dry. Back of the buck looks like it's brand freaking new. That's nice. First off, I would reuse this torque converter, but I have a feeling maybe this transmission is possibly fucked that one up. But I am gonna getting a low stall torque converter here. I'm gonna order it probably early in the morning as soon as I get paid. I got an O-ring I gotta go pick up from Ford. It goes around the bell housing here. So I get the O-ring from them, we'll put that around there, and then we'll lay this on its belly and put the bell housing back in, tighten her up, torque it down, and this gasket's still good, it's brand new. Torque it down real good, and then I'm also going to get a filter and pan gasket. We'll put that in, and then order our torque converter, and then we can slam it back in here, get everything put back together. Oh yeah, I do need to order a gasket for the extension housing to transfer case gasket. I had to use my little housing there, but actually, no, I could reuse this, but this gasket is 17 years old, so I think I'll just get a new one. Probably pick it up when I go to Ford tomorrow. I totally forgot all about it.